Nerdrotic.com.
Oh, look at that. There's the Arwen right there in Death Frock. These Lord of the Rings figures are spectacular. Okay. And yeah, those boobs are spectacular too. It's really disappointing. Like, she can have her views. There's one thing to have your views, and then there's another thing to call your fans trash. The people who supported you, and just immediately call them trash. Not a classy move. It's a disgusting move. And I'm not a black pillar. I'm not the kind of person who calls for boycotts. When we're talking about our franchises, I'm still pretty hardcore. But I still think you want to have hope that things turn around. But when we start seeing adult pretenders, I'll point that way, adult pretenders wanting to silence free speech and free expression, and not only wanting to silence it, calling the people who are for that trash, I will not be giving these people money ever again, no matter what they're in. If I see them on a show, if I see them guesting on a podcast, wherever they go, I will not be supporting them. I will not watch whatever they're on, and that's just my decision. They're done. And I don't give a shit if she ends up in the next fucking Spider-Man movie. Again, they love to call it consequence culture. I don't want her fired. She can do whatever the hell she wants. I'm not going to support it. And we are the majority, and we can show them, like, this might not be the, because honestly, I don't know if she's thought much about these views. And George asked me about this a couple of days ago. He asked me, do I think most of the empty-headed adult pretenders in Hollywood actually believe this woke shit, or are they just a bunch of parrots repeating what they've heard? NPCs just passing on the latest downloaded information. I think the vast majority of them are. Yes, I think they're a bunch of empty-headed morons who just pass on whatever they think they are because they're out of touch. She's a boomer, whatever. And they don't realize how dangerous it is. And they love to project on us. That's why when you hear stuff like our talk is dangerous, what, questioning authority is dangerous? It is for the authority, yeah. The kind of thing that you guys used to be about. People like Neil Young used to be about. Nils Lofgren, the little hobbit who's in the E Street Band, one of the worst bands of all time. Garbage music from the blue-collar rich kid, Bruce Springsteen. Every time one of these adult pretenders wants to pop off, I would say metaphorically make them pay. If you're a mistress of the dark, you're supposed to be a rebel. Now she's the official mistress of the dark of the state, which makes it just boring. So why are they coming after Joe? Well, let's see. Cassandra Peterson, the iconic horror personality, better known as Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, has not only become the latest celebrity to demand that Spotify deplatform Joe Rogan, but also dismissed those who disagree with her as opinions as trash. Yes, they see us as, they say things like white trash. The most recent campaign to deny Joe Rogan a platform was sparked on January 24th when the musician Neil Young demanded that the studio streaming platform either remove the podcaster from their service entirely or face losing their license rights to his entire music catalog, which he doesn't have rights to. Following in the footsteps of such prominent individuals as Who General Director Tedros whatever, fellow musician Joni Mitchell, Fox Nation's COP's All Access host Geraldo Rivera, Peterson announced her support for Rogan's removal from Spotify. Geraldo Rivera's an idiot. So why are they going after a guy who will just talk to people? It's obvious. Joe is now the orange man. They needed an orange man. They tried to make it Tucker Carlson. Not enough people cared. And Tucker Carlson's doing great wherever he is. They needed an orange man, and Joe is their orange man. Joe, who used to not like the orange man, which is hilarious. Hilarious. Joe, who backed Bernie effing Sanders. He's changed his views since then. So why are they going after Joe? Because Joe is credible, because people trust Joe, because he has mass and broad appeal. He has immense power. He gets more views, more downloads, whatever. I was wrong. I thought when he went over to Spotify, it was dumb. I thought he would lose people. He's gained people. He's gained people. Not many people can do that. Not many people can do that. So they go after Joe. What they're doing is going after us. There's a lot of people following Joe. Hollywood knows this. The mainstream media knows this, that we are their competition and we are coming. We are the giant meteor descending on the dinosaur legacy media, and there's nothing they can fucking do about it. So they're going to try to get Joe. And what if they do? What if they get Joe? What if Joe gets taken off of Spotify? He'll just come back to fucking YouTube. Come back to YouTube. And if he's smart, I think he can build up his own operation at this point. I think he can have his own website. And yeah, he's still beholden to Google. But I mean, that's what Alex Jones had to do. And, you know, his following is immense on his website. It's immense. So Joe could do the same thing. And I would believe if he's on Spotify and he still has that kind of power, on his own, he could still have that kind of power. So it would feel like a scalp to them. It would probably kill Spotify. Spotify's not doing great anyway. It was losing money. It was bleeding money prior to all this. They tried to conflate it with this, but it was prior because all the streamers are losing money because the streaming bubble has burst. No, they're coming after you and me. A lot of us have brought this up. When I had Alex Jones on Friday Night Tights, all of a sudden, everybody was coming after me and my co-host to a certain extent, but they were coming after my channel. I've been saying this shit with an evolved opinion for years now. Nobody said a fucking word. I have Alex Jones on. All of a sudden, I hear motherfuckers saying I'm not allowed to say all are welcome here, that I don't take a political side, something I haven't done my entire life because I don't believe in playing the partisan game. I know there's some hardcores out there, and that's good for you. But that's not how I roll. Yeah, I heard all kinds of shit. Like, I'm not allowed to do this. I'm not able to do this. My channel is over. I've lost all credibility for having a guest on. Like, I adopt all of that guest's views. Like, I had a lot of concern, a lot of constructive criticism from channels telling me what I can and can't do on my channel. And I really appreciate that. Unfortunately, I'm intelligent enough to see through your bullshit. If somebody was actually concerned, they would have DM'd me. And a couple people did. They're like, are you sure? I'm all, yep, absolutely sure. Those who try the most, fail the most. It was a huge show. It was a lot of fun. And the added benefit was it showed some other people's true colors. So, yeah, Joe can have whoever the hell he wants on his show. I think his apology, when he came out with his apology, at first I was not happy with the last half. I was like, no, you're bending the knee. And maybe he was, or maybe he's playing it smart. Fine, put your warning labels up. And he keeps doing what he's doing. Now, I think this is the first step to them actually. I think they will eventually take him off. Yes. If a gun to my head, yes, I think they will take him off. I think they will eat $100 million and take him off the platform. And good for Joe. Take that money, run, build your own thing, come back to YouTube. You'll be just fine.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.
If you like what I do here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking and sharing the videos. It really does help. And if you did this with your favorite YouTuber as well, I'm sure they would appreciate it as much as I do.